my EDF 204, my Emerging Instructional Technologies class, we were assigned a website and app, and we were assigned to become familiar with them and learn the different website and apps so that we could present them to our peers within our class and use them within our own classrooms one day. So my app, the name of it is called Answer Garden. I have also included the link down here as well. So what actually is it? Answer Garden is a minimalist feedback tool. Teachers can use it in the classroom as an educational tool or at work as a creative brainstorming tool. So how does it actually work? So you can create an Answer Garden by entering in a topic on the Create New Answer Garden page. So for example, you can enter the prompt, "What makes you happy?" as seen here. After pressing the Submit button, you'll be taken to your empty Answer Garden, which looks a lot like this. So, in order to do this, in order for your students to complete this, you would share your Answer Garden with your students. So teachers can place a link in their Answer Garden on their blog, sites, or other social network page. So this is my website right here for my students and for the Emerging Instructional Technologies class. So on the homepage, I went ahead and linked the Answer Garden that I made right here. And I said, go ahead and take my Answer Garden. I would love to hear your responses before the next class. So, as students begin to answer the question either by entering their own answers or by clicking on and submitting existing answers, they are then represented in your Answer Garden in the form of a growing word cloud. So the students would click here and type in their response. So you can see that people said family time, fishing, good coffee, sunshine, kind people, and things like that. So what actually are the benefits of this app? It allows teachers to receive quick, minimal feedback on certain questions. So we could see that this would be useful in a classroom. For me, I am a science teacher is one of my qualifications. So I could say, what are the different forms of energy? What are the different periodic elements on the periodic table? So it could allow students to reiterate content and reinforce it so that they learn it better. It displays the responses in an interesting way rather than a traditional sheet of paper. So rather than sitting and opening a Word document and typing each one in, this allows a fun and interactive way for students to do their own input and see what other students are saying, and it's displayed in an interesting format rather than a basic list. It can also be used in a variety of settings, such as whether you're doing it in a business, so you're creating a different list of tasks your employees might have to do, or if you're using it in education as I am. Another benefit is that it is completely free, and additionally it does not require students to create an account. So students do not have to create an account in order to answer it. They just have to click the link and submit however many words that you assign. So how does it support different students' use of technology? So when looking at different students, such as whether they have English as a second language or they are special needs, it allows every student to have the ability to participate. Because it is a minimal response, it is very friendly to all students. Students don't have to create full sentences. I actually placed a 20-character cap on it, so they could only maybe do a word or two before it cuts them off, which would be very friendly for some students who may have processing disorders and may not be able to put complete sentences together, but they could list a few words for you. And it also is very user-friendly if someone has an adaptive device. So my website that I was assigned is called EDU Blogs. I have also linked the website in right here as well. So what are the different options that they offer? So students can create an account in minutes. Teachers can also moderate content. So you have the ability within the blogs to say whether or not you want your students to have their posts approved by you, whether you want them to just be posted, or a variety of other settings. In the blog that I created, I allowed my students complete freedom to post what they want without me having to go in and approve every single one. So like I said, you can also make blogs private or public, whether you want them to be viewed to the public, whether you want it to just be whoever you invite, whoever you give the link to. Additionally, you can do private commenting. So if a student wants to post a comment and I want to privately respond to them without the rest of the class seeing, I could do that. You can also group students in different lists and groups. So if they're doing a group project, or I want them to respond to a certain blog post as a group, or each group gets a blog post and they post something, you could do this. Additionally, you could do activity reports. So if I'm assigning this as homework for my students, this would be extremely beneficial to be able to see who's doing their work and who's not. And then it also allows students to participate in EDU Blog's active community. So, like I said, I actually did create this. It took me all of about 2 minutes. I went into EDU Blogs and just said create site, went in and added my name, did a post to my class, and just kind of give a general broad information. So like we would be utilizing this blog all year long. Please click this link here to go ahead and get familiar with the site. And all I had to do was click this new button right here. And what pops up is this. So you would see that you could do a multitude of media such as links, pages, you could comment. You would just click in here and type as if you were in a Word document or a Google Doc. Additionally, you could format different things such as whether you want an image or a video, insert a quote, a link, photos, audio, or even chat with someone. So why do educators want to use blogs? The main reasons we see is that you can share information with class. You can also share class news with parents, family, or caregivers. It would also provide students with a way to access assignments and homework, resources, information about their class online. So if they forgot an assignment at school, they would have access to it at home. And then we also see global collaboration. This would be if you allowed your blog to be open to the public. We also see that it can inspire and motivate students, which I will talk about further on this. So the benefits of class blogging is that it opens up other possibilities of an audience in new ways. When students are writing or publishing for an audience other than the teacher, it impacts how they view what they're doing and the motivation they have. So since they are writing this blog not only for me, but for their whole class, or the public if chosen, it definitely motivates them to reflect and think about what they're going to say and whether or not it is important, and whether they should be digging deeper into the concepts. Also, students love to see their work displayed, so they love getting good feedback, and they love seeing the comments that their peers would leave. And it also forces students, like I said, to do more reflection on their learning, and allows them to showcase different things that they've learned in class. So how can this support students? So it meets the diverse needs of students because it allows every student the opportunity to participate, just like Answer Gardens did. As long as the students have the link to my blog, they would be active participants in everything that we do. It is also interactive, so if a student has a device, this website is very user-friendly. It meets the needs of students who are blind, deaf, have mental delays or deficits. But as far as students with an ELL background, it could be a challenge because they might have a hard time creating correct English sentences. As a teacher, I could work with them to correct their sentences later in the week after the post so they become better at wording sentences in English. Although I probably would not grade on grammar for the blogs, I would more so grade on participation, so it wouldn't be a major issue. But I feel as though EDU blogs could possibly have a way of translating or some kind of word check if they don't already. So this is the end of my presentation. Today, the 2 apps that I covered for you were Answer Garden and EDU Blogs. Thank you.